welcome to Your Soul Wisdom, hosted by Yana Amor Manocas. In each episode, we invite you on a transformative journey delving into the profound mysteries and wisdom of the soul. Join us as we explore a wide array of spiritual topics and sacred practices that nurture and heal the soul, from reincarnation and soul contracts to the enigmatic experiences of womb alchemy and astral travel. Our discussions are designed to enlighten, inspire, and deepen your understanding of your own soul's journey. With Your Soul Wisdom, nothing is off limits. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Your Soul Wisdom. We're having fun today. We're doing dowsing rounds. Not our first time, not our second time, but here we are today. Before we dive in, just for anybody who is just learning or experiencing what the rods can do, the dowsing rods, Kylie, tell us a little bit about the rods, how they're controlled, and the yeses and the nos.
So typically dowsing rods are made with copper, and they were used by Native American Indians to find water sources. They can be used to find other things if you are so inclined, but that was my belief, the first origin of the dowsing rods. I use them for clairvoyant work, and you basically make sure that they are programmed. So like Lauren has dowsing rods, hers are the opposite signals to mine. So a yes is open and a no is a cross.
And who is it that answers the yes or the no?
So it is my guide, White Feather. So everything he filters. So he's my gatekeeper. So if he kicks out, he's like the bouncer of the club. Kicks out whoever isn't worthy of an answer.
Love it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna get into it because this is just so much fun. Okay. This question came to one of our lovely listeners who actually had an issue with our first episode where we asked if time exists, and the answer was no. And so for her, it was very much, well, I believe in astrology and the planets and the timing of all those things. So let's back it up. No, was the answer that time doesn't exist? Was that the question? Yeah, okay.
Does
Or
time
everything
exist
happens
and
all
it
at
was an
once, right? Like, because I think that's what we were talking about. Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so let's ask the question. Does time exist?
Oh, like totally no.
No. Okay. But do planets exist?
Yes.
Yes. So astrology, I guess my question is astrology valid?
Wow.
Yes.
Yes. So even though time doesn't necessarily exist, the concept and belief around astrology still exists and is valid within our time and space called now. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Amanda,
How's it got to do? Is it that sort of, that time and space make a place? So they're like their coordinates? I know we've talked about this. Sorry, am I saying what you're going to say, Lauren? Like, no. It is.
Yes.
Okay. So, so it's like time and space make a place. And that is where astrology fits in. So the planets look like they're moving. Maybe they are, who knows? But they're in certain places that will have an effect. I don't know. I'm
with you.
Lauren,
Well, two things. What I was going to say before is, time is a construct in our reality whereby it helps our human brain to make sense of things, including, the information that we get from astrology, which is valid.
Yes.
Is that too long a sentence? Is time a construct that is available to us in this 3D reality to help us make sense of things? Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And then time and space coordinates for a place
or an event. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a location. It's data about a location of where something is held that that pocket of energy, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, let's move on before we get completely sidetracked and derailed. Okay.
Thank you, our feather, for
So-
speaking through Yana.
Here's the next question. Do we choose to come to planet Earth? No answer.
Well, very slightly, yes.
Well,
It was going to a yes, and then it was like,
okay.
there
Do we
was a but.
consciously choose? Do we consciously choose to go to planet Earth?
Oh,
No.
Okay.
oh, Amanda, stop it.
Yeah, no, I can feel it. I can feel it. She's holding it all in. She's holding it all in.
Okay.
No, I want to hear Amanda's 2 cents.
No, you don't. This will be a contribution-free zone for Amanda. This
Yeah.
whole episode.
You're gonna be
She's
you're
this is going to be
you're gonna be screaming
the greatest
sausage.
of this.
You're gonna be screaming sausage.
Okay,
Okay, so I
can't
want to
say
say
words.
something before Amanda gets it together. Is planet Earth a prison planet?
Oh,
Is planet Earth a prison planet as we have been told? No answer.
This is opening up a can of worms.
Okay.
doesn't
Yeah.
say, Yana.
Yana, you're the one who's going there, mate.
If there was going to be a question that was going to be vetted, I'm telling you, that's the one that
Okay.
would not have made the list.
We're all sitting here going,
Okay.
I know,
Okay.
I'm like, you went through this list.
I know the answer.
it's
We
a
know
good
the
question.
answer. I think we know the answer
Okay.
without
Okay.
needing. So we're going to let gentle listener decide if that
Okay.
quiver was a, and then
Mhm.
yes.
Okay, just to
Right.
give a little bit of context for the
Yeah.
listener, sausages is our safe word because we did have an episode with the rods that we recorded, but it got so deep, so fast, such high frequency, such channeled information that came through that it was maybe not the right time to share. It was so much energy and we're just kind of sitting with it. So today we want to have fun and stick a little bit to the surface. So anytime you hear sausages, that's
It's just a
realize
redirect.
us back.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay.
Okay.
I don't know if we answered any questions so far. Okay.
We
When,
did the time space one.
Yeah,
yes.
that's okay.
Okay.
Let's
When-
move on.
When we meet someone in this reality, are we also just meeting them in other realities?
Oh.
Beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
But okay, is that because everything is happening at the one time, and you could say that everything is happening at the one time in all realities? There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Because also, if you have timelines, consistent, endless timelines that are playing out, that person who's showing up for you is in maybe half or a multitude of those timelines.
Is this honestly your idea of keeping it light, Yana?
Yes.
Like this is all my life, honestly.
Yes.
I think we have to recalibrate you.
Okay.
I think
That's all right. Let's see where we go. What's the next
Okay.
one?
When someone says, listen to your intuition, are they actually saying to listen to your soul?
Oh,
Yes.
cute.
Yes. See, lighthearted. We're keeping it
We
light.
did a good, that was our first one. Good job,
Yeah.
guys. Good job,
I thought you were
guys.
going to say, are they being really patronizing? And I was like, yes, they are. But anyway, sorry, we don't need the rods.
No. Okay.
You want to stick your fingers out, Rachel, and just do this?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's this, just by the way.
Amanda wants to say something.
Okay.
You've been so good, Amanda. Let's give us some time.
Put the rods down.
I put the
Don't
rods
get whacked in
down.
the face.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, well, I mean, nah. It's all right, go on.
This is what happens when you constrain Amanda. She can't.
Oh, no.
I'm the same. If someone tries
Not the
if someone
same.
tries to rein me in, I can't do anything. That's it. I'm a mute for the whole time.
No, go on. Soul is good enough. I mean, otherwise we'd have to go.
Otherwise, you go to what? Higher soul,
No.
something different. Is intuition source?
Listen, I think for me, intuition, you don't have to go deep on it. I mean, I suppose in the sense that intuition can be anything. I don't think it's any one thing, because sometimes your gut will actually tell you that, and your gut's not necessarily soul or anything like that.
But where's your gut
is your
getting
own.
that information?
Well, your gut is it's the brain of the body. I guess it's reading, for want of a better way of saying it. It's reading the fields. It's reading the fields. Everything about you is what we don't realize, that everything about you is in constant flux.
Yes.
So in every single moment, you are analyzing, you are reading, you are collecting data, you're collecting information every moment. What people don't do is to take the time to get quiet sometimes and just listen. Just listen. So sometimes when you're told to just, what is your intuition, or listen to your intuition, it just means to just get quiet, just get still enough for you to be able to hear what it's saying, you know? So I don't think it's one thing. Because sometimes your knowledge or your foresight comes from your fourth eye, and your fourth eye is connected to your pineal gland. But your fourth eye is in such a place whereby it's just above the crown and slightly back from the crown, and that has a bird's eye view, and so it's seeing everything, it's reading everything in the fields, you know.
And so your third eye comes from.
Yeah, I'm not great with the third eye.
I'm sorry, your fourth eye, even your third eye, your fourth eye. What energy is that?
Well, the fourth eye is the pineal gland, really. It's the external part of the pineal gland, where the pineal gland is that gland that sits right in the middle of the brain, or sits more towards, deep down inside the brain. That is your connection. That is your, in a sense, it holds everything that you kind of like are, as well as what we call your divine purpose crystal, which sits in the chest here, just here. So I'd say
I'd like to ask the rods a question about that.
The collection.
I'd like to ask the rods if the pineal gland is the concept of the universe within. Is the pineal gland the concept of the universe within? There you go.
Yes. Okay.
Because it is everything. It's connection, but it is everything as well. Like, also, but apparently it's the last thing to sort of have energy when somebody transitions. The pineal gland is the very last thing to stop. So functioning. Anyway.
And it's the thing that they try so very hard, without going too deep. They try so very hard to shut down.
Yeah.
That's why there's fluoride in
everything. Rods say yes. Yeah.
And that's why you see the in the sky.
If you say chemtrails, are you
chemtrails?
Really?
Yeah, I am saying chemtrails. Okay, sausages.
Okay, sausages. Next question.
Sausages is coming, and that wasn't me.
Well,
Jana.
Good job. I don't know about that. I think it's a group, collective effort.
I didn't say it.
Sausages were coming back down. Okay, you said fluoride. You knew that fluoride was going to come back.
It was the gateway.
I wanted to see you take the bait. Follow instructions, Yana.
Got you, Amanda. I got you. Okay, next. When we hear noises in our home, like raps and taps on the wall, is that spirit trying to connect with us?
Yes.
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 That spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Raps and taps.
Yeah, like if you hear like creaks or like all of a sudden, if you're thinking about something or talking about something and you hear.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like a plumbing burst and like air in the pipes or something. Like we're talking about like.
No, but you don't have ghosts in the wall. That would not be ghosts in the wall. I'll tell you what, if I asked a question and I heard a rapping on the wall, I am shitting my pants.
I'm thrilled to say that I
I'm
have
getting
never
out of that
had
room. Oh God!
Yeah, I've never had that experience.
Outcomes the
I've heard,
same.
I've heard how. Look, I've heard
have.
sounds in the house that I can
I
explain them
get
with
that all the
weather
time.
or that kind of thing. But
Sure,
no,
can-
I've never.
Can
clued
you
in.
though? Can
Oh,
you?
look, I don't even want you to even introduce this stuff to my
Listen,
consciousness,
hold on.
ladies.
I'm not
Like,
saying it's some demon spirit who's like, "Hey, Rachel, like, let me in."
well, Bill will sort that out
I'm
anyway, so
saying
that's no
it's-
worries.
Oh, it's
It's-
Templeton the
it's-
rat.
It's your team who wants to acknowledge your presence. It's your grandparent. It's, it's an answer to what's going on, in your head or a conversation. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay. I'm
But
thinking the
it's
purple people are
usually-
very quiet.
But listen, it's one of those things that you get the message the first and the second time, and then if you don't get the message by the third time, then they will start dragging chains down your hallway.
Thank you,
Okay.
Holly. Thank you for that validation. I'm not crazy.
Same.
It exists.
Wow.
But that means that we're not
No.
hearing the message the first two times.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
We're not
it's,
feeling
I
the
am.
melt that on us.
I feel so obstinate about this. I want to ask the rods, just for me personally.
Okay.
Have I had this experience and not known it? Okay.
Well, you knew the
Yes.
answer was yes.
No
Is
shit.
Rachel
Well, put it
never
this way,
gonna
I
sleep
tested
again?
it and it said no.
Mm.
And I was like, right.
No.
And then, so there you go.
Because you didn't want it
Didn't
to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But don't you guys like pop light bulbs all the time?
I break a glass water bottle
Yes.
the other day.
No.
Shattered in my hand. No, I've definitely had things. I hear footsteps a lot, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, always
I
have in
see
lots of
things out of the
places.
corner of my eye.
I do
And if
too.
I-
Oh
I
my
definitely do
goodness.
that.
see that
I
stuff,
definitely get a lot of that.
Yeah. Or I see
Yes.
people walk past because our doors are all like glass doors. So if I see people like walk past, like when we first moved in here, we had a lot of activity in the house. So I just had to clear that up. My son even came and said to me, Mum, you need to do your thing.
Yeah.
Because and in fact one day my husband actually got up from the kitchen and stepped out into the corridor because he said, I swear to God somebody just walked past. Do you know what I mean? And he said, I swear to God. And then I'd also seen people, stuff like that, walk past. So I just said, yeah, nah, that's time to just calm that down. Walking around, not paying no rent. What the hell?
They can at least do the dishes, right?
That's
You know what
right.
I mean?
Pick up something.
How dare they? Yeah. How dare they? Pick up a Hoover, something.
That's right. Chase a spider.
Keep
out
the
of
spiders away.
house. Yeah.
Totally. Okay, now
okay.
there is
Yeah.
a question that is before the one I just asked. So I don't know if I pulled an Amanda and I wasn't present or if I didn't ask it at all. So just let me know.
But that version of you wasn't present. So
Correct,
just saying.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, does our outlook in life impact how it plays out?
Yes.
Yes. I didn't
Man,
ask
that
that
was-
before, did I?
That
Yeah.
was
No,
going
you
to be
didn't.
wild if that said no.
No,
Mm.
no,
Rachel
100%.
would leave
Far
this
out.
podcast.
100%. Because if you're negative Nancy,
Yeah.
then it's going to play out. It's going to play out a lot different. It's going to look a lot different.
Oh, yeah.
That's a different lens.
It's
right
definitely
there.
going to feel different,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Mm.
feel different. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes if you're like that as well, or sometimes certain people, it can show up in their lives and they can't even see it. They don't even recognize it when it does show up. And they could have been asking for it forever, but when it shows up, they simply don't recognize it
Yeah.
because they've made no space for it in their life.
Yeah. So then I guess another way to ask this question is perception reality?
Who?
Is your
Yes,
own
that's it.
perception your
You're
own
going to get slapped
reality?
with a sausage. You are.
No, no.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, but that's a saying. Like,
Don't turn up to the sausage slap.
Yeah.
What was the question? I got distracted. I'm sorry.
Is your
It was
is
doing
your
nothing.
perception is your
Is-
perception your reality?
Yes.
Again, if that said
Yes.
no, and it said yes, by the way, listeners, but if that said no, that would have been another flip the board thing for me, to be frank. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
been able to cope.
That's all right.
Well, luckily,
Right.
I want to see that.
We're
now.
doing
Like,
well
luckily
today.
I'm still here.
Luckily.
Everyone's still here.
Mhm.
Kylie and Rachel are still in the podcast, and we can keep going.
okay.
All right.
Um,
Next
okay.
one.
I mean, this one. Okay. Do we experience all our lives at the same time? Yes, we know that. I know. Child's play, lightheartedness. Okay. Are there
Still back on skin slap with the sausage. I'm sorry. Okay, yes, next question.
Okay. Are there fundamental similarities playing across all of our lifetimes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
So then, do we have the same personality in all our lifetimes?
Ooh, that was
Yes
a yes
and no.
a no.
Well, a yes and a,
Yeah.
not even a yes and a no. It was a yes and a no movement. So it was a split answer. Yes, Lauren.
And
Oh, here goes
Lauren,
I have a question.
Oh,
So
I thought you were going to tell us.
No, sorry. We'll go back to that, but I just don't want to lose this. Is the lifetime we're currently focusing on the one that has the most probable chance of success?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. So
but
okay. the
define
question is-
success then. What's
Okay.
success?
Yeah. I was going to say.
Question.
So,
what is
and this
success
is
then?
we're
What is-
getting so closer to sausages. I can smell
That
them.
was
I can
that was
smell.
vegan. That was vegan.
I'm trying to work out how to ask the
They're
question.
sizzling.
And nowhere near sausages. So
Tabasa.
it's like
Okay.
is the definition of success full soul consciousness?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, infinite love and gratitude.
Nice.
I have one
Nice.
too. Is there, if the answer was yes to, are we on the timeline that is
The most chance of success.
Yes, success. Okay. Then is there also the possibility of us stepping into a lifetime with greater or different success?
The greater or different confuse the rods.
Okay.
Confuse-
Mm.
so, yeah.
Okay. Is there a timeline that we can step into that has greater success than the current one? Yes. Okay.
It depends. Okay, if there is another timeline that becomes more probably successful, is that when we shift our consciousness to that timeline?
Oh. Yes.
Yes, I love that question. Yes, the answer
That was
is
a
yes.
good
Yes,
question.
Lord.
Nice
That was
one.
a good question.
Do we
Nice.
answer
Okay.
the original question?
Yes.
Yeah,
What
I
was it?
What was it?
Is it sausages, or can I ask one more question?
Oh,
Oh, no.
I get nervous if
hold
you
on.
even mention
Hold on.
sausages.
No.
You're at the beans.
Can
You're at the
we-
beans, Yana.
Oh, this is getting bad now. The hell?
We're not going to put the egg on it as yet.
My goodness.
Okay, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Okay. Let me know when you're ready, and I will not get to the beans, okay?
Kylie's lost it.
We're professionals. Okay, look, you guys want
Yeah.
We are
let me
professional.
try. Here we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have
John's
me a
working her way
beans.
up to a full English.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Can we consciously hold on?
Yeah.
Will we consciously get to that other timeline?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because I was wondering, is it like a leveling up that just happens, or is it something that we consciously will choose to step into?
Mhm.
I want to be on that timeline. So,
I'll choose it.
okay.
Correct.
When someone pops into our mind, is that because they are also thinking about us?
Yeah.
No.
It's just no, but it can be other things, right? So maybe that spirit prompting us, like maybe we need to call them, maybe
Yes.
So
Yeah.
That's exactly where the image that I got was that. Yeah.
yeah, so it isn't necessarily that they're thinking of us, although it can be.
It's
for
not
sure that happens.
exclusively that they're thinking about us.
Yeah.
It is
It's
all
more
the
than one
other-
thing.
Got it. Okay. Okay. When you are talking about something and get chills, is that spirit validating that that's the truth?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That happens so often. It's such a good feeling. It's like so validating, right? Okay. When we sit in the frequency of a desired emotion or outcome, are we effectively shifting timelines?
Oh.
Oh, watch. Yes.
I did not. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. I was convinced I was going to be a no.
It's got to be a yes, right? Because then
Yeah.
it's like when we say
I'd say
sit
it's a
in the
yes.
frequency of the thing you want to attract, the thing you want to bring in, that is then effectively shifting you to the timeline where you have that person, place, or thing, or whatever it is you're trying to bring in.
Yeah.
So you're actually moving into that timeline.
You're moving into that
Or not
timeline.
just being inspired to go into that timeline. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I think you're moving into that timeline. I think the understanding is such that you don't actually manifest in this life. What you're doing is that you can call it manifesting if you want, but you're actually shifting into the timeline where it already exists.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can I create any reality I want? Can someone create any reality they want?
And that's a yes, people.
Yes. Okay. So I've
Why
always
not?
been attracted to Leonardo DiCaprio and
Oh, honestly, Yanni, that's
Okay.
I like
On a yacht.
Leonardo, I do, but you know,
there's something about his face. He's like
I'm way
ageless.
too old for him.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm way too old for him. Okay, I'm digressing, okay? Just clearing steer of the sausages. Okay. Do we incarnate as rocks? No answer.
What about can we incarnate as rocks?
Wait,
Yes.
we can.
Yeah.
Can we?
We don't necessarily, but we can.
We can. Yeah. And I don't think there's many out there, to be honest, that would do that. Is there many
Like,
people
that's an
out there that
extreme
choose to
that's an extreme
reincarnate
introvert.
as rocks? No.
No.
There aren't many people out there. No, the rods say no. Okay.
Is it because they don't know that they
Yana.
Okay.
What did you just say?
Is it because that like they're not consciously aware that they can incarnate as a rock and so they don't go, oh, I want to incarnate as a rock?
That's got to be some serious, like, you need to like sit still or grounding. And who would
I would have said that.
Okay, hold on a
willingly
second.
ask for that?
Hold on. Dolores Cannon talks about how we have experiences, soul experiences as rocks, as the trees, as the table, as the chair, as the plants, as all these things. She says we actually experience, and if I'm not mistaken, she actually says you kind of start off in that way before you get to that human experience.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
No.
At all.
Okay.
It is Kylie by the looks.
Should we ask the rods?
Okay, hold on. I gotta take my bias out of this because it's very, very strong.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hold on.
Sausages?
Ooh, here we go.
Feel
No,
very, very
no,
full
no,
now.
no.
I'm having an Amanda moment.
Okay.
Okay. What's the question? I'm gonna close my eyes.
Okay. The question is what Dolores Cannon has shared about how we incarnate first as rocks and other items in nature before we progress to a
Or
human
anything
experience. Is that, or anything else, is that correct?
Yes.
That we start there?
No.
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 Okay.
Not saying that it could be
Hold on.
someone else's reality, but
That's, yeah. Can we ask that though? I was
Yeah.
going to say, like, is it an alternate dimension type of thing? So is that true in another dimension? Is it true? It's not talking. Is it true in another reality? Okay. Is it true in Dolores Cannon's reality? Okay. Out of questions.
it says no, but I
Oh,
don't
no.
Well, but here's the thing with Dolores Cannon. She's not connected. She herself doesn't have the gift. She's getting the information from people she puts under hypnosis.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know what kind of hypnosis it is. And so as she puts them under,
Isn't it
that's how she
QHHT?
connects.
Yeah.
Yeah, she never had like her own like connection to spirit where she was receiving information.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah,
So
all
is
of
it
her
possible?
clients.
Collating all of this information
Yeah.
that she used to come through other people. Yeah, like you said, it was case history.
Is there is there a place in the universe where that happens?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's
All
enough
right. You
for
know
me.
what? I
I
think
am,
we're
if I come
satisfied.
back as a rock, I'm going to be yeeted
No.
through someone's window because that is a lot of bullshit.
But that's a really
I'm sorry.
ambiguous question. I'll tell you why. If it exists in her books, then that's a place where
It does exist. Yeah, okay.
And if it exists, right. So if it exists with a client who comes back, who's given her the information, then it exists for them. So everything has a place of existence.
Yes.
So that's why that question is yes.
Yeah,
And not because it's not because it is actually so, but the fact that it actually lives.
Because it was
as a
said
reality.
and as written.
Because it's said,
Okay.
it lives.
Okay. So I'm going to share something that either is going to make me sound batshit crazy or relatable. And I'm not sure which it is.
Okay.
For example, yes, I talk to my plants. To me, my plants are living. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, okay.
I name them.
But also, if I take out like cups, if I'm washing cups, okay, let's say I'm washing my cups in the sink and there's 5 of them. And so I soap them up first. I have to go and rinse them off in that same order because in my mind I go, well, you got soaped up first, so it's only right that you get cleaned up first.
I think you're obsessed with justice, which is a beautiful thing.
Because in my mind, I think to myself, well, what's fair is fair and what's right is right. And I'm sure I don't want it to feel like I'm not prioritizing.
That someone else got more soap.
Yeah. Is that shit crazy? Or is that relatable? Anybody?
I think it's very sensitive.
So when I
oh god.
When I
like, what?
Oh god.
The world.
When I make my daughter's bed, she has a whole lot of toys. And like I totally arrange them how I feel they want to be arranged.
Yeah.
And that might be different.
Okay. See, I'm not okay.
Wow.
If you are listening to this,
Kylie, come back, Kylie.
Please comment. Wait, if this resonates with you, please comment because I bet you that even though it makes me feel crazy in my mind, I'm like, I know many people do this. And I feel like we do that because it feels like they embody this specific energy. And you're like, and so you place it and you move with it as if they are alive and they have feelings and they care. I know it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm with you. But also maybe it's an expression of your energy too. Like maybe that's how you are in the world and so you treat, you know.
Yeah. So Yana, you're on silent, Kylie.
Oh no. What happened? Oh.
I don't know what happened.
You know what?
Who was trying to mute me?
We didn't need the judgment.
I did it remotely.
I was going to say, so are you in the kitchen, Yana, going like, come here, you dirty, dirty little plate. You're going to get a good washing.
Now I understand how you were a sex writer, if that's what washing up is like for you. Oh, never, ever. I've never spoken to any crockery like that
filthy,
ever
dirty
in my life.
little plate. And you,
oh my god,
Mr. Fork.
Okay.
Well,
who are my crew?
I
never for that one.
No, my naughtiness has a specific time and place. Everything else is just love and light. Okay.
And none of you have dishwashers.
I have a dishwasher.
I have a dishwasher.
Okay.
When I turn it on,
oh my god, I can't even. This is going to change my life. I feel like I'm going to be doing this now. Like I'm laughing at it, and now forever onwards, I'll be like, "Take that, you dirty, 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 dirty things."
Excuse me.
I'll make you all clean and shiny.
Okay, Rachel, do you not do that in a specific room of your house?
No, I'm not just. No, I don't talk to inanimate objects. I don't even talk to plants, even though I really am into gardening. I really don't have this kind of relationship. No, can't relate. So, so if there's anyone else watching out there who's like, "This is Tropper," I'm like, "Welcome to my team." And I don't know. Maybe I should talk to things. I'm thinking maybe I should talk to my food more when I'm making it. Maybe I should, I am someone who is, the flip side of it is that I am someone, like when I get in my car, oftentimes I'm consciously grateful of that cars exist and that this car's been designed and all these people have made this car. And it's in a house that somebody else has made for me, and I'm driving on roads that somebody else that has been mined, and then that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have that kind of conscious thought, but I don't actually talk to things like they have personalities.
Okay.
Or feelings that can be hurt by priority. Yeah. So, yeah.
Washing up has changed.
No, it will be forever different for me.
Yeah,
Yes,
gonna get it.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh, you're oily." Anyway, so, yeah.
Next episode's from the kitchen, right?
Smooth. Doesn't that make you smooth?
Oh, yeah. Right.
All right.
Okay.
Next question.
Who talked to me today about Rachel's voice? It was you, Amanda. About Rachel's
It's-
sexy voice. Well, here you go.
Oh.
Okay. Next question. Do animals have souls?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do they embody the same kind of soul that we have? No answer.
Then
Is
it'd be a rephrase.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's like,
They have a different purpose.
yeah, like it's like a different kind of aspect, but I don't know the right word.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
I think they have the same. My felt sense is that they have the same sort of energy imprint that causes animation in humans, but they have a different. Well, they don't have a neocortex for a start, so they don't have that part of their consciousness for a start.
yeah, but that's physiology, though, right?
Well,
Like,
it's sort of like it's a soul without free will, because animals theoretically wouldn't have free will if they don't have a neocortex, because that's where you make all your decisions. So they only have instinct and experience.
Okay.
So
okay. Wait. Do animals have free will? No answer.
I suppose the question is, do humans have free will?
sausages.
Suspect. There you go.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's it for sausages. And
Sausages.
Like even with animals having free will, I think of things like, they do have free will. Like when they're sick, they can have free will to take themselves off to somewhere quiet. Yeah. But I don't know if they have free will as far as ever being out of a flight response.
Right.
So basically,
instinctual.
So our animals always in their sympathetic response to a certain extent. Okay, there you go.
Well, yeah, it's the animalistic sort of nature, isn't it? So this is not the best metaphor or analogy or whatever it is, but it's like if you get if you get a loaf of bread and you like slice it thick, is that what we have? And then they have the thin slices. So it's like maybe it doesn't have all of the components and maybe it focuses on, do you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but it's present in a different way.
And I think that they also are here to boost a communal sense of energy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And
yeah, because
like a different purpose. Yes. That's a yes.
Yeah, because when you're around an animal, a cat, a dog, a bird, like whatever it is, it's like this automatic love and joy that they bring to you. So it's almost like part of maybe their entire, is the purpose of animals to bring love and joy to people?
No, because not all are domesticated.
Yeah,
so
there's a whole
are going to bring love to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's a
I can't
domesticated
get a giraffe
animal,
in my house.
Okay, you guys. Okay, a dog and a cat.
A domesticated animal.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? So is
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I meant. I didn't
Is the spider in my house meant to
either.
amplify my emotions? And you better not say yes.
Yes.
Said yeah.
Meant to reveal your fears, lady.
Kylie's like,
Flip this table. Okay.
Okay. Then there's some fun questions.
Mhm.
Do
They weren't fun? Okay.
well, no, they were fun. Do unicorns exist?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Do mermaids
Okay,
do mermaids exist?
Yes.
100%. Are dragons coming back?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't just casually throw that out there. Are they coming back like in this reality?
Yeah.
oh, I love it
They're
how
back already.
Yana just
They're back
Yeah.
already.
They're
back already.
Correct. They are.
Okay,
are.
so do mermaids exist in this reality?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do unicorns exist in
Ride
this
the
reality?
mermaids? I'm sorry, what was the question?
What did you say?
Do mermaids ride the unicorns or the unicorns ride the mermaids? Sorry, yeah, go on.
Sausage.
Well, I guess
Yes.
I guess I was gonna say was just like the mermaids, do unicorns, as we believe them to be, exist in this reality?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's so crazy. Okay. Okay. I need to ask
Do
really quickly.
does Bigfoot exist in this reality? Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Does the Loch Ness monster exist? Yes.
Okay. Does Bigfoot walk between realities, this dimension and other dimensions?
Yes, and sausages.
Yeah.
Because we're going to go down the chemtrail ride again, and we're not going to go down that again.
Okay. I have something that's really come to mind. This is gonna sound bizarre, and just go with me
Even
for
more
a second.
bizarre than the washing thing? Preparing myself.
Yeah.
It might. I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
So I have this thing with my daughter where when she eats all her food, she's like, Mama, I know my food. And like she'll open her mouth because she wants me to like put my eye there to see that she ate it all. And I swear every time I put my eye like at her mouth so
you
I can
said,
see
yeah.
inside,
Yeah.
the shape of the inside of her mouth, her teeth, her tongue, everything about it reminds me of the inside of an orca's mouth. And so I guess the question I want to ask is, does my daughter have orca energy or a connection to the orcas?
Mm.
That's
Connection.
so wild. Okay, why?
she's a little baby killer whale.
Right. Yeah, okay. And then her dad, I swear to God, he's got turtle energy. Does her dad have turtle energy?
That's a
Yes.
That's a
Guys,
yes.
I look at him. Okay, it doesn't matter. But the point
I'll
is,
tell
like,
you
I get
why with
turtle
dolphins. If it's dolphins or because dolphins do have souls, and they are the most sentient
So what's the question?
exist.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the
So
question?
whatever the question is,
Well, what is
That-
it?
The
dolphins have souls. Dolphins
yeah.
have souls, and also there are many humans today that have part dolphin soul.
Mm.
So they have
Oh,
a relation
okay.
to
Yeah.
part
That's a
dolphin
yes.
soul.
Yes.
Does that present? How, like, Amanda, unless you're seeing them in dolphin form, what kind of behavior would give you a clue that somebody's part dolphin?
Okay, so in Lightbody, there's a way of us knowing. It's because we ask them to do, when we are in the session where we are pulling crystals and things like that, usually people will have 2 crystals behind their ears just here. And we can test it out. And if they're carrying 4 crystals, then it tells us that more than likely they have part dolphin soul.
Okay, why do the dolphins
Or
get
they
4
have the
crystals?
connections to-
Just out of interest, just to finish it off. Why do dolphins get 4?
Do you know what? I never really asked that. I just know that that's the energy. And every time you say it to people, they say, yeah. Have a really strong connection to dolphins. I mean, many people love dolphins, but people will say they have a very, very strong connection to dolphins, or they have very strong connections to mer people. So
Well, you know, I'm terrified.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why. These crystals here, they limit your perception of say upper dimensions and geometry, higher forms of geometry, which dolphins are able to see and communicate in that particular wavelength. So that's part of the reason why. The 2 crystals alone will do it, will be limited, but 4 tells us a bit about your soul. Just like how other things can tell us a bit about your soul. People that might have a certain crystal right deep down in their brain that tells us that they've got part ET soul. And it tells us because that crystal will keep resetting their brain waves and their thought patterns and everything back to human. So it will keep on doing that. What it creates as well is a lot of homesickness in a lot of people, because what it does, it shuts off their connection to their home planet or their home world, or just to a whole other different existence. It shuts off that existence. And so a lot of people feel like there's something missing. There's something missing, that they're constantly missing something. They're missing something. And so they have no connection. And so when you remove that, then they're not missing anymore. They're not homesick anymore, because that connection is reestablished. It doesn't mean that they're going to drop out of human form. That, do you know what I mean? It just means that for me, for what I've seen, it just brings back their connection to probably the strongest part of their soul.
That to me very much feels like that 8 energy, where they want to go back. They don't feel at home. Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. We ready, Kylie, to do a few more?
Sorry, can I just add in there? Lots of 8s. They are, you do find quite a few 8s. People that you come across will have, ask them about homesickness.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll get very emotional.
You know what? Almost every single time I've asked that in a soul contract reading. Yeah. That's how they feel.
About homesickness. Yeah. Yeah. And some of them don't even know why.
Yeah. And that's why they want to check out.
When you bring it up, when you bring it up to them, there's an overwhelming sadness.
Yeah.
They just can't. Yeah.
And that's interesting, because then they sometimes have trouble committing to staying in one place, right? Like they can move around a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're looking for something that they just can't find.
They just can't find.
But they will. They will.
Yeah.
They'll find it.
They'll
find that.
Yes, they will.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get to cute little babies. Can babies see into the spirit world? Yes.
Yes.
Well, I guess a similar question. Do they see spirits? But I think that's the same thing.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do flowers feel pain when you cut them? No. Okay. I feel like I've heard that too, like a lot, where like it's unless you are going to use the flowers and enjoy them and really
value them,
get that value, right, that you shouldn't cut them because you're cutting their life and their purpose or something like that.
It's just waste. It's a waste.
Yeah, it's a waste. Yep. Okay. Do the trees listen to us? Yes.
Yes.
Do they tell our secrets too?
I'm thinking, like, do the trees judge us?
No.
Do the trees judge us?
No.
Okay.
Good question.
Oh God. Okay. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for this one, but let me just. If
I can smell the barbecue.
Do extraterrestrials disguise themselves as clouds?
Clouds.
Clouds.
Yeah. As clouds.
Don't judge it.
Okay.
Just ask the question.
Okay.
Do extraterrestrials disguise themselves as clouds?
Stop
Yes.
it.
Yes. Come on. Has nobody heard that before? Or are we just...
Yeah. Do you mean the actual ships?
Yes, that's what I had a vision of.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
I learned something
So
new
it
today.
is said or believed that when you're staring at the clouds, they're not all clouds. There are some of them are disguises for ships flying in the sky or being standing still in the sky, that kind of thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. See, yes. Okay. Thank you. What great validation. Okay. Okay, here's a good one. Do we come in with the energy of our ancestors from many bloodlines?
Yes.
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 I feel like Amanda
So-
might have something to say on that.
Well, because it feels like it's not just like my mother and her mother. And if I'm understanding it correctly, it would be that we come in, our ancestors from all our lives are connected.
So I was always under the impression, and I don't know if it's a knowing or I've heard it, but it was 7 generations. Like when you do your work, it impacts 7 generations in the past and 7 generations in the future.
Okay, so let's ask the rods.
Oh, okay. When you're doing the work, I guess, like on this timeline, right? When you're doing the work on this timeline, does it heal 7 generations before and 7 generations in the future? But that also doesn't mean that it doesn't go back further.
So ask.
That's what I was about to
does it go
say.
further?
Does it actually, is it an infinite healing
Is it
through all
infinite?
generations?
With healing.
No.
No
Okay.
Answer.
Okay.
There's no
So
answer.
is it
Not
that
say no.
because you go back 7 generations, so you're healing those generations, does it then heal another 7 generations? You know, does it keep
Like a
going?
ripple effect?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's
Okay.
also just could there be an element of free, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe some people don't
Don't want
the healing.
to be healed. I don't know.
But look, every time you do a healing, when you're sending it back through the generations, and generational line, ancestral lines that we're talking about, don't forget that once it goes to your mother and father, then between your mother and father, there are 4 ancestral lines
Mhm.
coming out of them.
Mhm.
And then there's 4 for every parent that comes from that. So it's clearing it across many different ancestral lines. But probably the further back it goes, it's possible that the effect might become weaker.
Mm-hmm.
like diluted.
Yes,
Yeah.
diluted.
I was
And
thinking that.
now you're looking at thousands of people, right?
Yeah.
Potentially, if you keep
Literally.
going back. And that means what? Are you going to heal the like half of the planet with the ancestral lines?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So potentially, if you're looking at a family tree, you're going back, which is why when people tend to look back on a family tree or they want to check out their ancestry, they have to choose one parent. You could do
Mhm.
both, but however, it's usually you'll pick one side of the family, and it's because there's so many, it will split and begin to branch and branch and branch and branch and branch and branch and stuff like that. So, we have one set of parents, really. I mean, obviously you can have extended family. Then you have 2 sets of grandparents, and then you have 4 sets of great grandparents.
Yeah. And that's just of this reality.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get to our last little bit here. Are soulmates real?
Yes.
Yes.
Do
But
we
then
all?
what is a soulmate? What is a soulmate?
Well, okay. What is a soulmate?
Is it the other complementing part of your soul?
I don't know.
We'll put it this way.
So
Do,
either
do,
it's a
do we
diff-
have many? Do we have many soulmates each?
That was my second question.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah. Because soulmates can show up in your friends, in
exactly.
in a sibling, in a romantic partner, in
Correct.
there's so many different ways. And so I think we've just been I don't want to say programmed. We have just been taught to believe that your soulmate is that one romantic partner and you're with them for forever. And that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But in reality, we have many soulmates. They show up in many different forms. And I think as a hopeless romantic, that can sometimes get tricky, right? But when you sit into that energy, it's like, I mean, you guys essentially are some of my soulmates. The rods agree.
Yeah.
Nice. Like that.
Okay, you know what? I think that this is a really good spot to call it a day. We didn't do too bad with sausages. We stayed on track. We
Only half a dozen times.
yes, and one day promise
And some
that
beans.
It was
we will-
effective though.
Yes,
It was effective.
yes.
We were
Yes,
respectful
very
of the
If I
sausage
get
call.
kidnapped, I'm going to call you ladies. I'm going to yell sausages, and you're going to know I got kidnapped or something.
Well, listen, one day we'll just let all the sausages out and just, but that's for another time, another place. So this concludes our episode for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you're interested in booking a reading, a healing, a guided meditation session, a light body activation, or just want to say hello, head on over to yoursoulwisdomshow.com. We thank you for allowing us to create this beautiful space, and we hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.